Howdy y'all, today we got back, biceps, and forearms, and I don't know why I didn't consider it. I think doing those dumbbell wrist curls, I think I'm going too heavy. I think that's actually what's hurting my wrists because I was doing them on the most recent arm day and they were not comfortable, like in both wrists. So I think I might try lowering the weight, going slower, controlling it. I saw Jeff Nippard kind of do it in a way where you go like this and you just extend your fingers down and then you come back up. So, oh, excuse me, might try that out. But today we're gonna do some, let's see. I think we might do this back day normal, like this lat day. So underhand, regular pull downs, and whatnot. And then maybe on the next back day, I might switch it up a little bit. Maybe not do the underhand pull down since I do that like every time. I could do like both arm and then do single arm pull downs. It's not like a terrible idea. I don't know. I'll kind of have to see how I'm feeling. But yeah, we're nearing the end of our tenure here. I don't know if tenure is the right word to use, but we're reaching the end of our time here in Australia. So only got about 20 days left and we head on back to the United States, and I have had an absolute blast here and I've been so grateful to come on this journey and experience what I've got to experience. I mean, it's really is once in a lifetime. I mean, it is and has been fantastic, and we've done so much since we got here, and I just kind of think it's right now it's like I'm still excited for the 20 days we have left. I do have to mainly focus on school for it for at least another week. Once I have my finals done, then I'll finally be free of having to worry about school. But I'm also at the point where it's like, yeah, if we went home tomorrow, I'd be really content and happy with what we got done here in terms of like exploring the world and whatnot. So, but yeah, gonna go have a great lift. I've actually already gone to dinner. We're going to the gym a bit later, so hopefully it's a little bit more empty, and it's a little cooler in there at night as well. So yeah, we're gonna head on over there and I will see y'all there. Alrighty, to start off this back bicep and forearm day, we're actually starting with flat pull downs this time. Normally I start with those underhands, but someone was on the machine, so I ended up starting with the lat pull downs. Not that it's a big deal, still love them, still did really well. But since I was starting with them, I did decide to move up the weight a little bit than normal. So I believe here I'm starting off with about 90 kilos, really making sure to slow and control the movement. And I'm really happy with how it went. Like, I actually was really happy with what I managed to get. And as you can see, I got 90 for my 8 for my first set, and then 90 for 6 on the second. Did lower the weight, got all of it for 85 after that. Now, I do realize I'm like, my buddy brought it up to me. He's like, you kind of are dropping the weight, and like, yeah. I don't, like, it's not something I think about. I need to, even when I'm done with my lift, just controlling it until it's resting is what I need to be focusing on, or at least something that I need to be doing in terms of making sure I'm not damaging equipment, and it's just better for my muscles regardless. And then moving on, another thing I want to start doing besides like leg day is kind of that like acceptance or like acceptance, where I am gonna do like one back, one bicep, one back, one bicep. Like, I'm gonna alternate. I actually really liked how that felt. I did used to do it, and then I just kind of switched it up for no particular reason. But I do think I want to go back to doing it where I'm alternating the muscle groups. I normally only do them in a row now if like the machine that I need for the one muscle group's taken, then I'll just do a back exercise or a bicep exercise. It's not like a big deal. I just am gonna prefer to do that. And for that first bicep exercise, we got some dumbbell preacher curls, and I got every set for 14 kilos for each. Now, if I do this workout first for my next bicep day or next chest, back, and bicep day, and I guess I could give 16 kilos a try for that first rep or first set. I mean, I don't know, like 14 feels really good, and I think I should try at least doing 16 for my first set. So maybe I'll try that on my next back and bicep day, maybe give that a shot. Oh, and then here, I guess I didn't realize how bad the camera angle was. I didn't want to push my camera too far back because there was someone on the machine next to me. and apparently my camera's a bit crooked, but I am doing some single, it'll move in a second, or I'll move in just a sec here, but I am doing some single arm lat pull downs. I haven't done these in a while. Honestly, I think the last time I did them was probably at my college in America, I think. I don't know, I can't even recall the last time I did these, but they felt really good to the point where I think I might do them for my next back day as well. I like really liked how these felt, and I'm moving a lot better weight than I was when I had done them last time, that's for sure. I know that for sure. But making sure getting that full range of motion, really making sure getting that stretch and pulling all the way down till my elbow is at my side, and controlling the movement the entire time. As you can see, I was really happy with the weight. I did end up, I don't know why, I think that's a 36.5 and then 36.25. I don't know how I would have had it set to that. I'm assuming I just mistyped it. It was probably 36.25 for everything, but another workout that I need to be implementing more, but I just kind of forget about it, which I really should not be, is some preacher hammer curls. These are really good. I really like these as well. These have like skyrocketed on my list of workouts. I really enjoy the dumbbell hammer curls. So, but that's what I got here. I'm doing about 12.5 kilos, as 12 is just a little too light, but I also think 14 is a bit too heavy. Although I do think that I get 12.5 for every set. So I do think, kind of like with the dumbbell preacher curls, that I can move up the weight next time and possibly do my first set with 14 rather than 12.5. But these are great because they work bicep and forearm, and honestly, you could, it's more, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to like be wrong about it, but I believe if you're doing it on the preacher, it's a little more bicep focused, but like it still works your forearm really well. But if you're doing them standing and doing like crossbody, I think it's more forearm. I could be wrong. I wouldn't say you should like not do another forearm workout just because you did those. Like I still do my reverse curls here because I counted those more towards like a bicep to work the brachialis, which is like right here, which is what pushes your like bicep upwards to kind of have it pop, which mine don't do that well, which is another reason why I need to do those hammer curls a bit more. And then after I was done with the hammer curls, I don't know if anyone came up to me, but I always make sure like if I'm moving workouts or if I need to use it again, I'll like go off of it and just watch it for a little bit to see if anyone else goes on it, because I want to make sure, because it's the only one in there, so I don't want to be taking it up the whole time. Someone did end up using it after me, so I instead of using the easy bar, I ended up doing some straight bar reverse curls, and I started a bit too heavy. I do drop the weight, as you can see. I started with 30. I only got it for 7. I was swinging a little bit there. I wasn't being like as consistent as I normally am with them, so I did drop the weight, and 25 was really good. But again, normally I don't do straight bar. I prefer the easy bar just because of the angle of the grip. And then wrapping things up here, it is a bit longer now that I'm doing it this way, but I am still doing wrist curls, but just a lot lighter. I think this is 10 kilos, I believe, and really just slow control of the movement, because I think going super heavy was actually what was hurting my wrist. So instead of going super heavy, I instead dropped it down to 10 kilos and I'm just doing it for like 15 reps each. I might try going, these went pretty good and I'm pretty sure I got 15 for all my sets. I might try going up to 12.5 kilos, or 12 kilos next time. With kilograms, you can't, or most of the time, it's a bit more of a jump than like with pounds, because pounds has a few more like in-between weights rather than kilos. But if I'm feeling good enough on my next back, bicep, and forearm day, I'll try maybe moving up to 12 if that's what feels right. If it's not, I still want to keep using 10 as my wrist kind of gets better. It definitely is still getting better every day, just kind of slow. As I went to the doctor, and when I did, I'm pretty sure I've already said this before, but when I went to the doctor, he said it's most likely tendon or ligament inflammation. And due to the fact that this location on the wrist does not get great blood flow, it kind of slows down the healing process, unfortunately, compared to maybe a different part of my body. But that's what we're doing here. Same thing with the left hand. Lowering the weight does help with my thumb a bit. This is also like dang near fully healed. I know I'm a bit behind on recording, but I do believe earlier this week, so on my chest day, I actually managed to do dumbbell shoulder press, which I'm not going to say any more about because you'll see it once I get caught up. I swear I'm getting caught up. Trust me. Um, but anyways, moving on, we got posing. Now, I guess I should probably more talk about like what I do with posing. So obviously, when it comes to specific workouts, I'll pose that for that specific muscle group. So when it comes to back, biceps, and forearms, I like to do the front bicep kind of with both arms individually, and then I like to do the front double bicep with both arms, as you'll see coming up. And then I also like to do the front lat spread, kind of see how it looks from the front. And then I'll turn around, I'll do the same thing, back double bicep and lat spread, see how it looks from the back. And then I'll usually pose my forearms at the end. I don't really know great forearm poses. Probably should look into that a little more, because I kind of just, flex my forearms. I mean, you'll see me do it here, but I do look kind of lost. I just don't really know if there's a specific pose for forearms that's like really good. And yeah, but overall, back, biceps, and forearms went really well. This was a great day. I was really happy with how this went. And I think that next time I'll probably do those single arm cable pull downs again, honestly. I mean, we'll see how full the gym is and what's available. Because if I do the underhand pull down machine, I probably won't do those cable pull downs. But I would argue those are like the exact same in muscle growth. Although I guess the machine, since it's this stricter line of movement, probably would be would probably be better for my lat, because it's like you're in that line of movement. But I don't know. We'll have to see how we're feeling. Well, see how we're feeling, how I'm feeling that next chest back and forearm chest back. God, have I been saying chest, back, biceps, and forearms? Gosh. We'll just see how I'm feeling. So, yeah. Besides that, I got cardio, and I'll see y'all back at the apartment. Alrighty, we are back at the apartment, and to continue on with our New Zealand trip, we woke up the next morning from driving down to Doubtful Sound pretty early, and we went to this kind of like rec area, and a bus picked us up and drove us about 20 minutes from there to the first cruise ship or like boat we'd be taking. And so we got on that ship. It boated us across a lake for about 50 minutes, and then we got on and this whole time it's beautiful. It's foggy out and a little cloudy. It's not like sunny and beautiful. It is a bit cloudy today, or that day, but it brings us to this like really isolated area, like no reception or anything, and there's buses there. So we get off the boat, and there's a building. We go into the building, and once everyone's in there, they instruct us there's 3 different buses, and split into groups and get onto the buses. You kind of just got to choose your bus, but we got on the front one. That way we could, for the next cruise or boat we would be getting on, we'd be able to get the top deck and get seats up there, so we'd have a better view. And so the bus ride is about 45 minutes. Beautiful. Got to see waterfalls, tons of like rainforest scenery, an awesome bus drive. And again, it is a little misty and cloudy, but it was kind of like in the mountains, like in the background where the waterfalls were like piercing into the clouds and like disappeared at the top, which was, as much as it would have been great to have clear skies and been able to see everything, it was really cool, like an aesthetic to see it like that. But anyways, then we get to the next cruise ship in this alcove that leads out into the ocean, and we get on, and we're just surrounded by mountains and waterfalls just coming down on all sides of us, and it is awesome. So we depart, and we have lunch on the boat, and we're boating along, and it's sprinkling a little bit, and we're on the top deck, and so we have the best view, and it is just gorgeous. It is quiet, it is secluded, it is untouched by man, and it's just mountains and waterfalls. It was just really neat, and you're able to go on the top deck, which was not closed, so it was a bit cold up there and windy, obviously because we're going at a pretty decent speed, but it was awesome. So me and my buddy were up there taking pictures and videos and just enjoying it. We boat out to this like little island, and we go around it out to like right at the entrance of the ocean, and then we come back around. And we actually got to see penguins out there too. There was penguins on one of the islands, which is really neat. And they drove us back the way we had came, and We got to go into one of the little branching off rivers and go like right next to a waterfall. And they turned the boat off, and it was just silent besides the sounds of the waterfall and like birds and whatever. It was really neat. But after that, we did everything that I said we did to get there in reverse. The bus ride back was awesome. The next boat was awesome. We got back on the bus to take us back to our car. And from Doubtful Sound, we had to take the car all the way back to, not Auckland, all the way back to Christchurch, which was like a 7.5 hour drive. So we grinded that out, got there at night to where we were staying. And actually on the way there, right before we got into Christchurch, we were in the more like countryside, and the stars were gorgeous. I've never seen so many stars in the sky in my life, besides maybe Philmont, but it was awesome. It was gorgeous. But we got to Christchurch. We unpacked at the Airbnb well, not really unpacked, but unpacked the car to put stuff in the Airbnb where we would be sleeping and waking up the next morning to fly into Cairns, which is where the Great Barrier Reef is. So that'll be for the next video. And as always, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day.